know who this is. This your boy Rob Thomas Jr. Excuse me, and this is excuse me. I got to drink some Sprite. And that's good. Sprite is good for you. Anyway, this your boy Rob Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. Oh yeah, man, today is a beautiful Monday here in Shreveport, Louisiana. October 3rd, 2022. And for a second, I need to apologize to all the subscribers of this channel because I haven't been able to do a video lately because I broke my phone. Got a new device and then broke my phone, which was allowing me to do the Wi-Fi, so I had to come up with another source of Wi-Fi. But hey, I just want to let y'all know I'm still here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna be here, but I'm gonna be bringing you all. Y'all, I noticed we be getting a lot more. I be getting a lot of more views when I do the live videos. So I gotta start doing these live videos. Um, I gotta go check up on a project that somebody want me to start. Hopefully this week, and I'll be back probably around about 4 or 5 this evening. We're gonna try to go live between 6 and 8 Central Standard Time. But hey, first and foremost, I want to thank you all and welcome the 10 new subscribers that we have gotten this week. My suggestion to the new subscribers is sit back, buckle up, because you in for a hell of a ride. Because what I do here at this channel is bring you all an alternative point of view, um, different than what we're being told by the mainstream media. Come on now, everybody should know by now not to trust the mainstream media. I'm not saying even trust me. Even when I do these videos and give you all information, I'm giving it to you so that you can research for yourself. And then you can see even if I'm telling you lies or trying to promote propaganda. Now, I did a video last week where I tried to get you all to see that I'm just not some fly-by-night guy that that just gets on YouTube and talk to try to get video. I mean, to try to get likes and all that. Now, I'm actually uh, like, this looks like leg pull. CG Gordon, you have to explain that a little bit better than what you meant, my friend. I'm not understanding what you say. This looks like leg pull. I'm not sure what leg pull is. You say I'm pulling your leg. Is that what you said? If that's the case, then just keep following this channel. Just keep watching, because who else better to watch than somebody that's gonna give you something that you really should think about and pay attention, as opposed to the mainstream sources or the YouTube approved sources that's gonna lie to you. But guess what? Nobody sponsors this channel, so I am able to tell the unadulterated, unfiltered truth. I am actually able to give you all a point of view that you would never get. Just look, especially as black people. As black people, we have been trained to listen to the white people on the TV. Them good old white folks on the TV. Hey, what's up, good Jackson boy? I'm just out here, man, trying to let everybody know that I have not been gone nowhere. I'm still trying to figure out what CG Goodman meant by this look like leg pull. I mean, either way it go, we're going to let that go. But again, why not, as black people, look at a black man for a change who's trying to give y'all a different perspective of the news. Now, we know that these folks are liars. Every time, I mean, you go back in history, you can't find one time that white America has told anybody, especially us black people and Native Americans, of which I am both. On my mama's side, we Cherokee Indians. On my daddy's side, we straight nigga. That's really how that's really how I go. Y'all notice I've been trying to stop a lot of the cussing and all that stuff because YouTube is actually allowing the monetization of this channel. So I'm gonna keep it real. I'm just going to do it in a manner where I can uh, abide by the YouTube community guidelines. I'm going to learn all the rules of what I can say and what I can't say, especially when I talk about pandemic, when I talk about Russia, when I talk about the Democratic Party, when I talk about the Ukraine, when I talk about what's actually going on in Germany, when I talk about that Nord Stream pipeline. Let's talk about that briefly for a second. Now, you got American media here trying to convince us that Russia blew up their own pipeline. Now, first and foremost, let me show y'all something what's going on. Now, y'all notice we got all these people that be talking about climate change and all that. We got to get rid of the cows. Y'all, we not going to be able to eat beef no more because the cows all on the planet are farting too much, creating all this methane gas. Do you realize that the United States just blew up that Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipeline and have put more methane gas in the air in just the last week than all the industrial nations on this planet puts out in a year? Let me say that again. With them destroying that pipeline, y'all seen the pictures of all that gas boiling up from the bottom of the Baltic Sea? Just imagine how many fish and other wildlife have died because of all that natural gas that is spilling out into that sea, into the Baltic Sea. And not to mention all the methane gas that's being put out into the air. So where are the climate fanatics, the climate control people, the people who telling you and I we cannot um, we cannot drive our cars. We need to get electric cars. They telling us they're gonna ban gasoline powered cars. You haven't seen that, Jackson boy? You know why you haven't seen it? Because the United States blew that pipeline up. They're trying to deny a plausibility or anything to do with it. But let me ask you a question again, because you got to realize, Jackson boy, I'm trying to tell you what's going on in the world now. That thing over there with them blowing up that pipeline, do y'all realize again they have put more methane gas into the atmosphere than the United States, all of Europe, China, all these countries who are industrialized nations? That gas leak that's caused by them blowing up that pipeline has put out more methane into the atmosphere than countries together put out in 1 year. Why are you not hearing about this on the mainstream media? Yes, they did, and everybody knows. Everybody knows this, but guess what, Harpo Knights? Guess what? Everybody knows this, but why is the United States telling us that Russia blew up their own pipeline? Oh yeah, I got a lot to tell y'all too about Russia and the Ukraine. It's finna get serious, y'all. It's gotten serious over there. Briefly, let me go back and explain to y'all to this. Now, as far as the pipeline, Joe Biden earlier this year is caught on camera in part of one of his speeches. He was asked a question, and in his response, he mentioned money, money, money. Yes, it's about money because you got to realize they blew up the Nord Stream pipeline because I think Hungary, two more countries in Europe has a pipeline where they're able to get natural gas from Azerbaijan. See what was happening? Germany. The United States needs Germany more than any other country in Europe because Germany is the largest economy in Europe, one of the top 3 largest economies in the world. If I'm not, I say the top 5 economies in the world. Money for war, but not the poor. They're not going to feed the poor. They're not going to do nothing about homelessness. They barely trying to do something about the water in Jackson, Mississippi. So you know they don't give a damn about the poor. All the homeless people around here could have been put in housing for less than $50 billion. But they finna send another $12 billion to the Ukraine. $12 billion of your tax money going to the Ukraine this week. That will make a total of almost $100 billion that we have sent to the Ukraine to fight a war that they cannot win. Anyway, now I haven't been able to do a live video on this with the Russian referendum. The referendum that was taking place that had taken place in those four I guess you could say breakaway republics of the Ukraine. First and foremost, before I say this, you got to realize the Ukraine was part of Russia. I mean, the Soviet Union for a long, long, long time. Ukraine has never been an independent state, y'all. until to the breakup of the Soviet Union. Now, once the Soviet Union broke up, Russia still remained a country, but they let go a lot of the countries that they had, that the Soviet Union had annexed and made a part of the Soviet Union. You got to realize the Soviet Union is different from Russia, but we know them as the same here in the West. Now, you got to realize Luhansk, Zaporizhzhia, it's two more of those areas in the Ukraine. They're telling you that they had sham referendums, and Russia created a sham by holding these referendums. Now, what happened was those people of those areas, since 2014, when Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Victoria Nuland, Joe Biden, and that whole administration overthrew the government of Ukraine, the Ukrainian government, which has a faction of Nazis in that government and in that military, was bombing the shit out of those people for the last 8 years, y'all. Killing almost 14,000 of those people in those four new areas of Russia right now, where they had to vote. The Ukrainian military over the last 8 years was supposed to be in a ceasefire, and they were supposed to be in an agreement that they wouldn't try to join NATO, which again, what Vladimir Zelensky just did last week, made a fast track video where he tried to act like he was signing a piece of paper to fast track his way into NATO. Now, this is what was going on. In the last 8 years, they were bombing the shit out of those areas, even in Crimea. So what happened was Russia, these people was asking Russia to help them fight the Ukrainian military that, again, had murdered. They don't tell you this on television. It's easy to find. Go back and look at the atrocities in the Donbass. They were killing, they were shelling, and in 8 years they murdered almost 14,000 people. Those people reached out to Russia. That's when you got this invasion. It was not so-called unprovoked. It was a provoked invasion, because even with the referendum, let me get to this so y'all can understand. It was all about NATO's expansion after World War II. Of course, when after the Soviet Union broke up, they made Gorbachev and all these people signed a treaty, and we know the United States don't keep their treaty, but they signed a treaty saying that NATO would not expand at that point past Germany. Since then, this was in 90-something, at the breakup of the Soviet Union, which in turn, after the Soviet Union broke up, Russia just became a state like it normally was. But after that breakup, and they tried to get to get NATO not to expand, NATO continued to expand, putting its troops and inducting countries that was all along Russia's border. Russia said we cannot have this. And the last red line that we will allow, we know y'all got Poland, y'all trying to get Finland and Sweden now, y'all done got Germany, y'all done got all these other countries into NATO, but we be damned if we let you get Ukraine, because Ukraine is sitting on our front door. We cannot allow NATO weapons in Ukraine, because Ukraine with NATO weapons will be able to strike Moscow with nuclear weapons in less than 6 to 7 minutes. This what went down. So that invasion in Ukraine, although it is unfortunate for the Ukrainian people, because they are being used as puppets by Western governments and even their own president, Vladimir Zelensky. We need Charleston White on this channel to learn this good message. I would love to talk to Charleston White, because I have to talk to him about the way he's going about what he's going about. I don't have no beef with him, but I do have a beef with the way he's going about doing what he's doing. Somebody gonna hurt that boy, because it's a difference in trying to get these rappers to change their mindset, their energy, their frequency, the vibrations that they're putting out, as far when it comes to the messages that the white supremacist system that owns the media companies are telling them to do. He's starting beef with these folks, and not only that, when he started beef, when they get ready to get on his ass, he calls the police. That's not helping. Actually, that's some whole shit. So I would love for him to come on this channel, and he and I can talk, and maybe he and I can come together and do some great things. Because y'all see, I'm not just a person that talk about it. Y'all go back and look at the video where even that police officer here in Shreveport say, yeah, I be watching you. I know, man, everybody, put it like this. The people of Shreveport watch me, but the politicians and the people who, the corporate business leaders, all of them definitely watch the Real News Behind News because they don't want me giving this information out to black folks. Let me digress for a minute. The one reason why this channel is becoming so effective is because the media will love to show you Sambo Negroes, coons, tap dancing and shucking and jiving, or either they full 100% Democrat, 100% Republican, 100% Christian, 100% Muslim, 100% Jew. So if they're 100%, anytime you align yourself with Christian, Muslim, Jew, Democrat, Republican, pro-life, pro-choice, anytime you choose a side, you become part of the problem because now you have involved yourself in the tribalistic indoctrination that really the one world government is using to keep us fighting each other. We fighting each other on Democrat, Republican, Christian, Muslim, Jew, pro-life, pro-choice, heterosexual or homosexual. We're fighting on so many levels that we don't even have time enough to see that the people who are in control of this capitalistic fascist society need us fighting. As long as we fighting, they don't give a damn. But as long as we're fighting and buying their products and doing what they're telling us as little good boys and girls are basically sheep, we lost. Black people especially. How the hell if we as black people can come together when we divided amongst Crips, Bloods, we divided amongst Christian, Christian, Jew, Muslim, we divided on Democrat, Republican. They pushing this gay and lesbian agendas on us, so we divided on that. We're divided on so many levels. How can we even come together as black people? So it's a divide and conquer mentality that we have to understand that is being implemented not just here in America but all around the world because they're trying to do what they call in a global reset or what the Bible or other religious text calls that last world government, the new world order, the one world government. This is why they're allowing all them immigrants to come in here, because in order to implement the new world order like they want to, they have to break that one country down that's supposed to be a beacon of freedom and individuality, which is the United States. But right now, here in the United States, they got your kids wearing uniforms to school. They are taking away the nation's identity, even though the identity of this nation is screwed up behind what they did through slavery. Come on, this nation, everywhere they went, and when they first came here, they came with a Bible in one hand and a gun in the other hand, saying, we come here in the name of Jesus, who has ordained us to take this country over. And if you don't believe it, according to the word of God that I have in this hand, I'll shoot you in your motherfucking head with this gun that I got in this hand. Everywhere British and American people went, they colonized the people in the name of Christianity. So first of all, how could we as black people really get off involved into that type of religion when it tells us, slaves, obey your masters? If master hit you in your right cheek, turn and let him hit you in your jaw. Hey, good afternoon, Brother Lawrence. Thank you, man, for being here. Thank you for being here, man. Like locusts, they came and destroyed. They were human locusts. But instead, the locusts eat the crops. They came and murdered the original inhabitants. My great-grand people, because again, my great-grandmother was 100%. She was the last of the Cherokee tribe that lived here in the Caddo area that once was inhabited by the Caddo Indians. That's how you get the name Caddo Parish, the Caddo Indians. So White America, this is knowing. I mean, put it like this. I don't mean to sound. I definitely am not racist, but I gotta keep the shit real to the people who are of the Anglo-Saxon persuasion that subscribe to this channel. You gotta be willing to listen to some of the shit that your ancestors did, and I don't like hearing that shit that it was ancient history. That happened so long ago that we need to forget about it. Bullshit. My mama just turned 72 last week. She just turned 72. She's still alive. And she was a little girl here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and couldn't drink out the water fountains that white folks drank out of. So that shit is not ancient history. That's recent history. My mama, her mama, my grandmama, and her sister worked at F&W Woolworths, downtown Shreveport, one of the biggest corporations during the 40s, 50s, 60s in America. And when my mama and them did get a chance to get downtown Shreveport, they could not eat at the same counter as the white folks. That my grandmama and my auntie, great auntie, well, not great auntie, my grandmama and her sister, they couldn't eat at the same counter. They had to go to the back and get a sandwich that their mama cooked for the white folks who could go sit at the counter. So now, y'all don't fall for the hype that shit was ancient history. That shit was recent history. And think about it. Hell, I'm 52 years old. Hell, I was born, less than um, 8 years after they really did away with the Jim Crow laws. Shit, if I'd have been born 10 years earlier, I would not have been able to drink out the same water fountain. So now, that shit is not ancient history. That's real history, modern history. And we're seeing history repeat itself. Man, I done got so far off subject. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I've been going for 20 minutes. I just did this video to really tell y'all that give y'all an update on the situation of this channel. We have not forgotten about the live videos. We have not forgotten about the mission of this channel. But we, suffered another setback. We got another beautiful device. As soon as I got this device, the phone that I use to power this shit up with Wi-Fi broke. I can't even receive phone calls. So if you live in Shreveport or you really know me, family, friends, or whatever, and you try to get in touch with me, be honest, you're going to have to do it through Messenger on Facebook. Excuse me. Because it's going to take me at least 4 more days to get a phone. But anyway, all that being said and done, I thank y'all for subscribing to this channel. To the new people, like I said, that have just subscribed, buckle up. You're in for a hell of a ride. But everything that we going to bring you is going to be truth. And if you don't think it's truth, I highly suggest that you question even what I say. I always ask questions, even of me. Because I'm not right 100% of the time. But 100% of the time, I'm almost right. So that's because I ask questions. I don't believe in what's being told. They told us that Jesus was going to come save us. He's supposed to come back. He loved black folks so much that we the chosen people and all this. But guess what? Right now, if Jesus came to Shreveport, Philadelphia, Chicago, guess what's going to happen? He going to get robbed or shot by Negroes. Jesus always hear them prayers for, please, Jesus, I just need this bank loan so I can get this house. Or I need this bank loan so I can get this car. He hear those prayers for financial, materialistic wealth. He don't hear the prayers of us getting killed, of mothers who asking why their little 6-year-old son got shot. Innocent bystander got shot because 2 Negroes out there fighting. Our neighborhoods look like war zone. And Jesus again, you think Jesus finna leave them streets of gold and them gates made out of pearls and everybody up there praising him all day? I can see it now. God saying, I need you to go down to Shreveport, my son, because it has gotten crazy down there. And Jesus be like, man, you must be out your goddamn mind. You think I'm finna leave these streets made out of gold, these pearly gates, to go down there to Shreveport and get shot or carjacked or robbed or just beat up? This is how real things is. Y'all give me a moment, man. We're going to come back a little bit later on and bring y'all some real news behind news in the live video tonight. If y'all like what we do here at this channel, man, please support this channel. In the description section, you'll see a link to the one financial way that you can click. You can also join and become a member of this channel. Now, y'all notice we got our monetization back, so I got to turn on, hold on, let me turn on live chat. Because with live chat, you can pin your, you can do the super chat now. You can go down there and hit that heart and say thanks by making a contribution. Man, this channel is about to be something of a phenomenon. I'm not just saying that because I'm good and I'm great and I see a bigger picture than the creator. I'm saying that because it's natural. If I do what I need to do and do 2 or 3 videos every day, people are coming. We just got 10 more subscribers in the last 6 days to this channel. And we're trying to get at least 5,000 by Christmas. That means we're 4,420 subscribers short. I believe we can get that. It's all on me to give you all the content. Once I give you all the content, I need you all to hit that like button, hit that share button. Most importantly, I like you all's comments because you all comments are inspire. It sends us down a rabbit hole in a sense. You all comment takes us from one subject to another, like we just did in this video. It'd be hard for me to stay on subject in my videos because the subscribers to this channel are so in tune, so intellectually inclined, so blessed with the gift of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that y'all ask questions that most motherfuckers don't see in the inbox. You notice they followers just say what it is they heard them just say and they champion it. Even you all challenge me because I don't believe in followers. Everybody that's on this channel is a subscriber, a partner, not a follower. Y'all are leaders who always ask questions. So y'all give me a moment, man. Let me go check on some things. We're going to come back a little bit later on. Again, remember, hit the like and the subscribe button, man. That shit helps us with the algorithms. As far as people being allowed to see this, because right now they just keep it limited to the subscribers and you have to know what you're looking for. But if y'all hit the like button, and I got to start putting certain keywords and tags up there, yeah, I'm learning how to do this. Y'all can help this channel become one of the biggest beacons in black media, because I'm not going to be like Roland Martin and all these other motherfuckers who are either Democrat or Republican and contributing to the tribalistic. I'm going to call them all out. I'm going to call Christian, Muslim, Jew out. I'm going to call pro-life, pro-choice out. I'm going to call everybody out because you need to always ask questions. And that's my job, to give you the questions to ask. Y'all be blessed.